I'm Eddie Brumley. This is the book of Isaiah in 5 minutes, part 7. In Isaiah chapter 3, we hear God pronouncing judgment upon the women of that time and culture. Apparently, all of their focus was about being superficially, outwardly beautiful. And as I read this passage, at first I was quite confused. What's really at stake here? And as you look closely at the passage, what you discover is that these women are being so focused on their outward beauty that they are completely neglecting their inner life. They're completely neglecting who they are on the inside. It's a culture gone completely superficial. Now, as I read this, I couldn't help but wonder, what would the prophet Isaiah think of our culture? I mean, the truth is that we spend a lot of time worrying about putting our best foot forward, looking good, being professional, and I can honestly say that I've focused on those things many times. I mean, after all, I don't want to embarrass myself professionally. I don't want my home to be an embarrassment to my neighbors. I don't want my children or my wife or myself behaving in such a way that it dishonors the family. All of these things are superficial concerns, right? The question that this passage raises, I don't think that it's telling us that we should never be concerned about these things, but I think it is telling us that we should be at least as concerned about who we are on the inside as who we are on the outside. See, for those of us in the developed world, the issue is that we have so much money, we have so much accumulated wealth, that we can very well look great on the outside. And we can look like we have life all together. Well, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, morally, we're falling apart on the inside. And so this passage tells us and challenges us, are we paying as much attention to who we are when no one's looking? Are we paying as much attention to our spiritual and emotional and mental health as we are trying to appear good, looking good on the outside? In Matthew chapter 16, Jesus says, "What good is it for somebody to gain the whole world and yet lose their soul? Or what would someone give in exchange for their soul?" Well, apparently, Isaiah is challenging us and saying some of us, for the sake of looking good, would completely forfeit and neglect our eternal soul, our emotional, spiritual health, our moral character. And this passage is telling us we should care at least as much for who we are on the inside as what we look like we are on the outside. I'm Eddie Brumley, and this is the book of Isaiah in 5 minutes. If you like this video, please give it the thumbs up and be sure to subscribe for future content.